people of God in this place, lift up your voices in high praise, for he is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Come on, let's bless him, for he is the greatest. Now clap your hands like this.
Come on and have some dinner. Come on and have some oxtails, gravy, mac and cheese, cornbread, and some rice and gravy. Come on over to Let's Cook with Ease. I even have some cold red Moscato just waiting for you. Come on and see how to do this. It's really easy. Hey, I bought this outside so you all could see the importance of cleaning your oxtails before serving this to your family. Look at all this. This is fresh out the package. Now, this is my first cleaning. Look how disgusting that is. So we have to clean our meat before cooking it. And after we do this, we're going to have to soak it in vinegar and clean it with lime. Now I'm also going to cut all this fat off. You know, all this fat, because look at that. We don't want to feed that to our families. So the end result will be beautiful, clean oxtails. Here's the next step. This may be really disgusting, but I'm still not finished cleaning these. I've cut the fat off with these scissors and this knife here. Okay, you all, please don't be mad at me, but I gotta show you this. You do not want your family to eat this. Look at this. I cut all that fat off of these oxtails, and they're beautiful. They're beautiful oxtails, but you want to trim them. Now I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with this beautiful bottle of bread when we're preparing them. Okay, we're going to move on to the next step. Thanks for watching, you guys. Next step, we want to marinate our oxtails. I'm going to put pepper, and this will marinate overnight, and then I'll be back tomorrow. And this is delicious. I love anything that has a smoky flavor. And this is a marinade mix. Now, I'm going to do it a little differently than the instructions tell us to do it, which I always tend to do anyway. This is a beefy onion Lipton soup. A lot of good flavor. I'm going to put this over it. Now, because I have so many, I'm going to use both packets. Now, if you notice, I'm not putting any salt because most of these seasonings have salt. And this also gives it a wonderful smoky flavor. Those of you that like smoky flavor would love this. Yum, yum. And our W sauce. See? Put some of this in here. It's beautiful. Now, you know we like to do things differently, you guys, so I know somebody's going to say, V, what are you doing? You're putting that yummy Italian garden dressing. Yes, this has everything in it that you want. It has oil. It has seasons in it. Hey, don't knock it till you try it. This is going to be so good, you guys. Olive Garden. I'm going to save some for a salad. And I'm going to put a little of my Goya adobo. Just a little bit. I don't want to put a lot of salt. That's it. Alright, you guys, I'm going in. I know that you don't want to see this, but I want to make sure that it's all seasoned. Everything has to be seasoned. So I'm going to go in, make sure all the meat's seasoned. I know, I'm so sorry. This part is really nasty. I know it is. But you want to make every season, getting every nook and cranny. Look at that. That's beautiful. Well, this took so long to clean. I had it soaking in vinegar and lime, cutting the fat off. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Look at that little one. Isn't that cute? That's gonna be mine. Look at that. It's so little. Alright, so I'm gonna get all of these marinated and seasoned. I'm gonna let it sit overnight in the refrigerator, and we'll be back tomorrow for the next step. I'm gonna keep on taking care of this. I'll be right back. Look at these beautiful babies. It's time for them to say goodnight. They're all marinated, and it's time for them to get some rest. And it's time for me to have a glass of red. Now tomorrow, I'm going to put onion powder and garlic powder and a little red blend over all of these oxtails. All right, everyone. Good night. See you tomorrow. Day 2. I've taken our oxtails out of the refrigerator and they're finished marinating. And they look and smell wonderful. Look at those. Now here in the DMV, they're saying that the forecast, there's a possibility of rain. So you all don't want to take the chance of grilling them, which is what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna bake them in the oven and then barbecue a few, put a few on the side and do it that way. But I really wanted to barbecue them on the grill, but we'll make ends meet. So what I'm going to start doing is adding them to this pan here because I want them to brown. So I'm going to put a little oil in here. Oh, I was so ready to grill them, but it's okay. So what I'm gonna do is start. Oh, goodness gracious. I tell you, this always happens to me. I'm gonna start browning them. They're so slippery. We have a whole lot to do, you all. So, I'm going to start putting these in here. And I'll be right back to show you what they look like. What I'm doing right now, I'm just going to sear them on every side. That's going to take a while. So I want them to be nice and brown. So after they're all nice and brown, I'm going to transfer them to the other pot. And then we're going to put some onion powder and garlic powder on our oxtails. And just keep on checking them. This is going to take a little while, my friends, because we have a whole nother pot to go. See that pot over there? So after all these are all nice and brown, they're going to go into the oven. I'll show you before we go. Look at these beautiful babies. They're beautiful and brown. Now the last step for cooking our oxtails, I'm going to make a gravy for the oxtails, and I'm going to bake them for 4 hours until they're nice and tender. Now as you can see, I'm going to use beef broth, I'm going to use red wine, I'm going to use crushed tomatoes, I'm going to use green pepper and onions. But first I'm going to make the gravy. To start off making our gravy, I'm going to add some oil. And because I've made so much, I'm going to add half a stick of butter. Now it may seem like a lot, but we have a lot of oxtails. So this is going to go for 2 pans. I'm going to let all of this melt. I'm going to let it combine. Just let it melt. After the butter's melted, I'll show you the next step. Very good. Now here I have half a cup of flour. I'm going to pour the flour in there. And again, I have 2 really large pans of oxtails. So I know it seems like a lot, but you're going to see everything come together. Now in making gravy, you want to make sure that you're always stirring. I like to use a spatula so I can press the lumps, get all those lumps out. And because this is going to cook for 4 hours, we're going to be able to monitor the gravy and make sure that it's thick. This is good. Make sure it's thick. And I'm going to keep on stirring until it's a beautiful brown color. I'll show you what it looks like in a few minutes. Here's our beautiful gravy. Now I'm wondering, does anyone ever add a touch of sour cream to your gravy? It gives it a really good flavor. Just like a spoonful. I want you to try this out. I know you're thinking, V, what are you doing to that gravy? Believe me, it adds really good flavor. It's sort of like a stroganoff. And plus it works really well. It works really well with the meat. Alright, so now I'm going to add this to the 2 pans and I'll show you what's next. What I want to do now is pour the gravy in both pots. Alright, that's step 1. For this part, then you all, I want to show you this. Have you ever heard of oyster sauce? You all, This makes your gravy taste so good, and it's really good. This is an ingredient they use in Asian food. I want you to try it. Oyster sauce. You're probably thinking, V, you are putting so much stuff in there. Now I'm going to add some more garlic powder. You probably notice I'm not using a lot of, or any salt unless it's in the season. Now I'm going to add some tomato, what is this, you guys? This is crushed tomatoes. And what this does, it will help thicken the gravy. And tomatoes also make the oxtails tender. You'll see. Let me get all of that. You'll see. Excellent. And I'm also going to add another star of the show, some red wine. Which also adds flavor to the oxtails. We'll have to save some for me, right? Okay, I'm going to stir this up. I'll be right back. Look at our beautiful little babies. Aren't they sweet? Now they're getting ready to go bye-bye for about 4 hours, and after 4 hours we will pull them out and they will be nice and ready. Now I just want to remind you, maybe check on them after 2 hours to make sure that there's still liquid in the oxtails. If there's no liquid, then don't be afraid to add more liquid. But I'll check in 2 hours, and definitely in 4 hours I'm going to show you what we have. I'm going to cover them in foil, and I'll be right back. All right, let's see. This has been 4 hours. Ooh, look at all that steam coming up. 4 hours. Let's see what we have. Oh, that's hot. Oh, look at all that steam. Oh, I don't burn myself. Let's see what we have. Let's see what our little babies look like. Oh, look at that, you guys. Oh, they're still bubbling. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna have to plate this up and show you what it looks like. Hey, little babies. All right, you guys, here we go. Finally, look everybody, look at these beautiful babies. Right here, we have oxtails cooked so tender, they fall right off the bone. We have that wonderful mac and cheese. We have rice and gravy, and these wonderful collard greens. Oh, don't forget the hot water cornbread. And of course we have some bread. Any bread will do. Hey you guys, this was easy, but it took forever. Come on and join us. Let's cook with ease. See you later.